those memories make me smile. Roll me another song now, Maggie. I feel something coming on. A few more miles to go with nothing else left to show. Just another traveling song. Cigarettes, no remorse, no regrets. Yes, I'd do it all again. But the road has worn me down. I still hear that sound of the highway call me home. Years have come and gone since those early days, and those memories make me smile. Roll me another song now, Maggie. I feel something coming on. A few more miles to go with nothing else left to show. But just another traveling song. Just another traveling song. Just another traveling song. This song came from watching it was a John Wayne marathon on TV, and John Wayne only dies in like three films, so he saved the world for democracy many times over. This song came to me very early in the morning at about 3 when he was in one of his last movies, True Grit or something, I don't know. But, there we go. It's called Devil's Lament. Poor boy, beneath that Georgia sun, with the red clay until the day was done. My father left us alone and afraid, didn't know what to do as we laid him in his grave. Sisters, they scattered like the wind. Mama wasted away, I was there at the end. Took Papa's watch, and I pawned it for a gun. Trying to pay back the world for what it had done. See, the devil's on my shoulder, this gun, it seals my fate. Best stay out of my way. Goes colder with every life I take. My soul goes blacker every day. Many stood before me, many have met their fate. Watch them fall one by one. No time for kindness when you step into the street. There's only the roar of the gun. It's been some 20 years since I left my Georgia home. I'm lying like a dog in the street. with a bullet in my chest and a gun in my hand. At last, I found peace. The devil's on my shoulder, and this gun is just my fate. Best stay out of my way. My heart grows colder with every life I take. My soul grows blacker every day. Thank you very much. Years ago, Venice was known as Horse and Chase, or Horse and Shay, and it was done by it was a formation of pine trees that could be seen from the Gulf, and it resembled a horse and a chase. Or a horse, chase was a high-topped buggy, and that was how they knew to turn in to get in here in this area. It was called a lot of different names, but a fellow by the name of Jesse Knight came down from Manatee. And he was a Methodist circuit rider. And I tell you this because when I wrote this song, I wasn't too sure what direction I wanted to go with the song. And I was sitting on the beach, and I love to watch the sunsets. It was one of those times when they had a mass baptism in the Gulf, and they had all these different denominations that were going down to get baptized. And I was sitting there trying to think about what I was going to do, and they were walking right by me, and the woman that turned around, she turned to the people behind her. They were all dressed in white, or some of them were dressed in shorts or whatever. She turns and she says, "Let us go down to the ocean to wash our sins away." And I thought, oh, thank you for that gift. And I thought, oh my goodness. Venice is that kind of a place. It's a place where people come down here. If you notice, you have visitors from up north. They'll come down here, and as soon as they get here, they just get that look in their face, like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be here. And they relax and they forget all about the time and all about the bad things that have been happening. This is your special place. It was 1868. The Civil War was over. Some of the boys came home, defeated but alive. But to start again, we needed faith in each other, and together we could mend these broken lives. Jesse Knight, he moved his family down the coast. He stopped at a place called Horse and Shay, and he read from the scriptures, and he praised the Lord, and he built a home where his children would play. And they went down to the ocean, they went down to the bay, let that water wash their sins away. And here they'll build a home. It was a place for all to come. Here in this place called Horse and Chase. Soon others came, and they built their lives. They raised their families along this peaceful shore, and seeds were sown beneath the pines. They built their home. place for all to come. Here in this place called Horse and Chaise. The fortunes were made and lost, and everyone knew the cost. It was all a roll of the dice. The growing pains were felt by all, and many a dream did fall. But that's the price you pay for paradise. And we go down to the ocean, we go down to the bay. Let that water wash our sins away. And here we'll build a home. It'll be a place for all to come. Here in this place called Horse and Chaise. Let us go down to the ocean. Let us go down to the bay. Let that water wash our sins away. And here we'll build a home. It'll be a place for all to come.
And he also will need a vocal
here in this place called Horse and Chaise.
And we have Chris Campbell on bass.
Let us go down to the ocean. Let us go down to the bay.
Thank you.
Let that water wash our sins away. And here we'll build a home. There'll be a place for all to come. Here in this place called Horse and Chaise. This is another song that I wrote about another good element of my life when I first came down here, my Ford Ranger pickup truck. It was a perfect bachelor's thing. You open the door, a beer can fell out. Had a palmetto bug that thrived on all the McDonald's stuff that fell on the floor. He loved me a lot. He really was sad when we parted ways. But this is for my Ford Ranger pickup truck. We're Captain America. Where it is, I have no idea, but I hope she's happy. Say that it's fine, and I'm told that life in LA can make you lose your mind. I have spent too much time here on these back streets. Need to get out and make up for lost time. The road here looks so sweet and clean. See the things that I have never seen. Hear that highway call. Highway call. There are things I just can't ignore. Just outside my door, hear that highway call. Highway call. this dirty old town that sleeps by the interstate. Ever since I was young, I wanted to get out before it's too late. Lie awake at night, listen to that highway whine. I wanna put my thumb in the wind and follow down that thin white line. Hear that highway call. Highway call. There are things I just can't ignore. They lie sleeping just outside my door. Hear that highway call. Highway call. Highway call. Highway call. I want to thank you guys for coming out this morning. Maniac Music. It would have really been terrible if you guys didn't come out. It would have been kind of lonesome, you know. Over on my left and your right is David Brain, who plays in the Passerine Band. Yes. And over here is Curtis Shepler, who plays with Cindy Bear and Frank Julian. So I've got two very musically promiscuous people up here. We do it in front of everybody, so we have no shame, no shame. My name is James Hawkins. I'm a local here in Venice, and I have a new CD over here called Tales from Horse and Chase. It's all historical songs about Venice and about Sarasota and the state of Florida. And also have another CD coming out called Life on the Learning Curve, which we're doing a Kickstarter program trying to raise money to finish that sucker off. And so if you feel so inclined, talk to me later and I'll tell you how to get a hold of that, you know. Musicians are organized. I am not organized. This is a song about the Henry Flagler. I don't know if you know anything about Henry Flagler, but a very interesting man. If it wasn't for him, we would have no railroads in the 1800s on the east coast of Florida. On the west coast of Florida, they were all built by a fellow by the name of Henry Plant. And you'll hear his name sometimes when you go up to Tampa, the University of Tampa, so he built some of the buildings and put that stuff together. And Henry Flagler was known for the divorce law. He wanted to get a hold of wanted to marry this young, vivacious young woman, and he couldn't do it. The Florida law says you can't marry this woman if you're married to someone else. And his wife was in a mental institution in New York. So in typical politician fashion, he walks up to the state legislature and goes, "Boys, what can I do to get out of this mess?" And they came up with the Henry Flagler 90-day divorce law. For 90 days, you could divorce your wife if she was in a mental institution or up to her neck in sand or whatever. And he, by golly, he did it. And other than that, he was a great guy. You know? Oh my goodness. So this is called Flaglers Rail. Every day. There was no work, there was no pay. Then Henry Flagler said, "Come work for me. We'll lay tracks to Miami and the Keys. We'll make those tracks up to 5 miles a day, clearing lands, building homes along the way. South to Miami was the song we would sing. As we cut that timber, you can hear the hammers ring, and you hear the train coming, hear it roar and hear it run. This line was built with blood and nails. As it rolls across this land, laid down by our own hands. Yeah, we rode Flaglers Rail. We pushed on through the glades, we let nothing slow us down, and onward we did go through the land of the Meadow, further and further southward bound. Can you hear the train a-coming, hear it roar and hear it run? This line was built with blood and nails. As it rolls across this land, laid down by our own hands. Yeah, we rode Flaglers Rail.
This was turned into the Lost and Found. So when you hear the musician, or somebody's going to need it to perform, we got it.
Now I'm an old man, my youth is gone. I had no reasons to complain. Do it all again, swear I'd do the same, 'cause I've got rambling in my veins. Can you hear the train a-coming, hear it roar and hear it rumble? This line was built with blood and nails. As it rolls across this land, laid down by our own hands. Yeah, we rode Flaglers Rail. Can you hear the train a-coming, hear it roar and hear it rumble? This land was built with blood and nails. As it rolls across this land, laid down by our own hands. Yeah, we rode Flaglers Rail. Yeah, we rode Flaglers Rail. Yes, we rode Flaglers Rail. Thank you very much. That's it for me, I guess.